Greetings, my people. It's Mr. Pull the Trigger yet again on another episode of the Enlightenment series. And I know this broadcast was not planned and it was not scheduled, but I just thought we should do a quick one. So as you are joining, please kindly indicate if you can hear me loud and clear, and kindly indicate if you can see me properly. And to those that will watch this broadcast in replay mode, I just want to say it's Mr. Pull the Trigger. So as you are joining, please show some love, hit the like button, hit the share button, and tell me what's happening. How was the World Cup and how was it going? But my interest is not on the outcomes of the World Cup, but you know me, I just want to talk about the offsides of the DGOs, because I received quite a lot of calls today and a little bit of threats. But to those that still feel the need to threaten Mr. PDT, I don't know what they are thinking or what is in their minds or their heads. So please, as you are joining, I spoke about this recent prophecy. I'm afraid I did not put it on YouTube. I only put it on Facebook. So it's only my people from Facebook that go to see that recent prophecy from another baby charlatan all the way from Zimbabwe, who had prophesied that France was going to win the World Cup and Argentina was going to lose that World Cup. So before we proceed, my people, please let me know if you can hear me and let me know where you're watching me from. Ike Waras, I see you already. I greet you, my brother. I can hear you. Taich the Viper. Greetings, greetings. I'm getting you clearly, bro. Here in Lusaka, Zambia. Kindly indicate if you can hear me and if you can see me. Felix, I see you. Catherine, loud and clear, Mr. PDT. I see you. Good evening, Mr. PDT. Happy Sunday, Stephanie. I see you. Greetings, everybody that is watching me from different parts of the world. So please, as you are joining, just let me know where you're watching me from. Stone Obas, watching you from Italy, all the way from Italy. I greet you. I see you, Denver, Colorado. Oh, Denver, Colorado is the name of the place. I see you. Watching you from Cameroon, Harry Stewart. I greet you, my people. Greetings. And how are we doing? How are you doing? And where are you watching me from? Before you engage, please let me know what's popping. I can see some compliments of the season, Prophet. Watching you from Spain, Mamulet Love Lead TV. I see you, Mamulet Love TV. How are you doing? Javi, I see you watching from Senegal. Greetings, my brother. How is everything going? Watching you from Italy. I hope this is in Italy flag. Lucy and Robbins, I see you watching you from Lusaka, Zambia. Greetings, everybody. Watching you from, I don't know how to pronounce this one now. Is this a name of a city? Taiwo, is this a name of a city or what? Watching you from Zambia. I see you, Felix. Loud and clear, my brother. Okay, perfect. It's not going to be a long broadcast. So I just thought maybe we should have a quick discussion around it. We should talk a little bit around it. And what are your takes from the recent prophecies that were given by your prophets? Some were sending me messages today and some were calling me. Stop touching the anointed. Why are you claiming that there are no true prophets of God in Africa? Who are you? Who gave you the position of judging, and who made you judge over the servants of God? No one made me judge. And judging is very much scriptural. There is nothing unbiblical or unscriptural about judging. It is just the level of our judgment that we pass on these people that is actually supported by the Bible. Those that say judge not, they are just taking scripture out of context. If you read the full script, it says judge not. But if you decide to judge, make sure that you pass a righteous judgment. Do not judge of the very same things that you are guilty of. So before you remove a speck in the eye of your neighbor, make sure you have removed the log in your own eye. Guess what, my people? I removed the logs in my own eyes. That's why I can see clearly. And that's why I can pass judgment. That's why we can openly rebuke these imposters, calling themselves pastors, calling themselves bishops, calling themselves all sort of spiritual, divine names, giving themselves irrelevant titles just so that they can lie to people, just so that they can milk the unsuspecting victims who are seeking the kingdom, who are seeking the face of Christ, and who are seeking to have a relationship with God. And we are here to open the eyes of masses. We are here to put the record straight. And we are here to make sure that we put an end, a closure to this business of manipulation, this business of falsehood. The time is now, my people, and the time for a revolution is now. There is no better moment, there is no better time for us to do what we are doing other than this very time that we are doing it. So, to my family on YouTube who did not see the recent prophecy, I've played quite a lot of prophecies that have come from these charlatans of yours that you call the DGOs, that you call your prophets, who have been prophesying nonsense. We have been prophesying useless things that never manifest. Gone are the days. Like I told you earlier, my people, they were all waiting for the finalists. As you can see, this year, no one ever gave a prophecy. In this World Cup tournament, no one gave a prophecy because they know the church watchmen are watching. They know we are watching. They know we are observing them. And they know that we have exposed all of their tricks, all of their gimmicks. They have nowhere to hide now. So when I see these little ones, these young junior prophets who are also trying to major in this on this career path or in this field of charlatanism, they have to think twice now because the market has been polluted and the market is no longer as profitable or as lucrative as it used to be back in the days when people's eyes were not yet opened, when African people were still bound by religion, when Mr. PDT and other people had not yet risen up to speak about all these things that are happening in the Church of God, in the body of Christ. So I'm going to play a very quick short snippet of the video of the recent prophecy, but it was done in Shona, and some of you might not be able to understand what the guy was saying, but I will interpret it for you so that we can all be on the same page. And once we are done talking about the World Cup, now it's time for us to look at things that matter. I know many people were now talking, Prof X, have you led the case of baby testimony? Prof X, why are you no longer talking about baby testimony? I will not stop talking about baby testimony until we find baby testimony. I had given Omoto and his gullibles a little bit of time for them to regroup and for them to also watch World Cup in peace, but they will not enjoy Christmas in peace. The reason why they will not enjoy Christmas in peace is because Sister Ruth Matthew is not enjoying Christmas in peace. 2 days from now, she will be in court. 2 days from now, she will be going to defend herself. Yet she is the victim. The Nigerian government has failed us. The Nigerian government has failed Sister Ruth Matthew. The Nigerian government has failed baby testimony. So the only people, the only ones that Ruth Matthew has is you and me. If I stop talking about baby testimony today, or if we ever give up on this missing baby, on this little boy that was abducted at Jeremiah Omoto's shrine, you have failed and I have failed. We have all failed. So the burden of failing baby testimony is not on me alone, but it's on everyone that stands for justice, on everyone that believes in justice, on everyone that believes in humanity. So that's why I always put it upon you people that no matter the weather, this case will never be a bygone. And Jeremiah Omoto Fofeng and his minions will never know rest in their entire miserable lives. It might be a big deal in Nigeria, but one thing I can promise Jeremiah Omoto Fofeng and his people and his followers and his gullibles and his associates, a time is coming. A time is coming when all this will be a burden upon your shoulders. And the time is coming when Omoto himself, as false and as fake as he is going to pay the price for what he has caused to the life of this woman called Ruth Matthew and this child called baby testimony. So before we engage in the case of baby testimony, I know so many people that recently joined me might not know the history the background history of this little boy called Baby Testimony or of this woman called Ruth Matthew, but do not even worry. I am going to rebrief everyone, and I'm going to, to brief everyone, and I'm going to bring it to the attention of everyone in the world at large. One more time, two more times, three more times, until that missing child is found. We can talk about other things in between, but we are not giving up on Baby Testimony. We are not giving up on Ruth Matthew. Many narratives may be sold, can be sold, but as long as I breathe, as long as I'm alive, Baby Testimony will be found. To those of you who do not know Baby Testimony is now 5 years old. He was abducted at another shrine in Nigeria called the Mercy City, which is being administered by Jeremiah Omoto for fame. And Jeremiah Omoto for fame has been harassing this woman to try to silence her so that she stops looking for her missing child. But bear with me, my people. Jeremiah Omoto for fame is not a god. Jeremiah Omoto for fame is a nobody. At the foot of the cross, we don't care how much money they have. We are all equal. We don't care how much police they can bribe. We are all equal. And our unity will bring justice for Baby Testimony. Our unity will bring us to the justice for Ruth Matthew. Before we get into the case of Baby Testimony, let's reanalyze. And I'm going to give you people an opportunity to call in and tell me what you think about the recent prophecies that were given by these charlatans, by these baby charlatans. The reason why I do this, and the reason why I bring about these prophecies that were given by some of these prophets, I just want to hit this point home to make you people understand and to make you people believe me when I tell you that there's no prophet in Africa. There's no prophet of God in Africa. There's no prophet who was sent or who is standing for the body of Christ in Africa. There is no prophet who is hearing from God. To just make this solid, there is no prophetic ministry in the body of Christ. This is very painful to those of you who have been subscribing to this notion of the prophetic movement. This is sad news, this is bad news for some of you to listen to. But bear with me, my people. One day you'll remember me. One day all this will make sense to those who still believe in the prophetic, to those who still believe in prophets. The moment you have a man, an African man, wearing a shiny suit and shiny shoes, and come to you and say, the Lord said, and come to you and say, can I probe? And come to you and say, I'm hearing in the realms of the spirit. Just know that that human being is a scam. Just know that that man is an imposter. Just know that that man has no truth in him at all. The love of God is not in him. He's a deceptive human being, and he is a big manipulator, and he has no truth at all in him. Oh no, prophets, make an exception. There are still a few good ones. When it comes to prophets, there is none. There's no good one at all. Not a single one. Not a single one. As long as their title or their name is prefixed with prophet, prophet Jeremiah, prophet Ian, prophet this, prophet that, just know that that man is a scammer. Just know that that man is an imposter. Okay, it's going to be difficult for you to accept. That's why in the comments I still come across those who are still doubting Thomas's, those who are still saying, no, but you can't say all of them are false. You can't say all of them are fake. Oh, well, I can say it because I know it for a fact that all the prophets, this is a blanket statement, and unapologetically so. All the prophets, okay, all the men, all the African men calling themselves prophets are imposters, are scammers, are 419 yahoos. If you want to argue, then you can argue with your ancestors. But my bold statements and my bold assertion remains unaltered. It is the truth beyond all truths that you can ever hear about prophets. To start off with, after John the Baptist, there is no any other prophet who was sanctioned or commissioned by Christ to lead the Church of God or the Church of Christ. Any ministry that you hear them saying it's a prophetic ministry, just know that it's a shrine. These are native doctors. These are sangomas, babalawos. These are traditionalists, ritualists, who are just catching crews in this religion called Christianity, who are just there to mesmerize and confuse the lovers of Christ, the lovers of God, who are just trying to fit in a body where they have no place. There's no place of these or for these charlatans in the body of Christ. They are not part of the body of Christ. That's why sometimes I laugh when people say you're fighting the body of Christ. When I touch these prophets, these African prophets, they have nothing to do with the body of Christ. These are foreign entities in the body of Christ. These are the ones in which the Bible, Christ said, most of you will come and say, Lord, Lord, we casted demons in your name. We did these things in your name. But the question is, which name? And God will say, I don't know you. I never knew you. Get away from me. These are the people that you are going to and calling your papas and your prophets. So let's do a quick analysis of the recent prophecies that were given by, okay, this one is a Zimbabwean charlatan, and I'm hearing that he's either a son of Emmanuel Makandiwa or Ubed Angel, but he came out and then he gave a prophecy, and then he made a prediction. To those of you who do not understand Shona, bear with me. I'm going to explain it to you exactly what he was saying and what he meant. And right now, I don't even know where he's hiding, because you really need to hide after giving such a prophecy and it does not manifest. So listen to this brother. He made a prediction about the World Cup tournament, about the winner of the World Cup. Remember, we did another episode where we exposed this other one from Cameroon. We had come to say Germany will win the World Cup, and Germany was going to face Belgium in the final match. And it so happened that these two teams did not even make it to the finals. In the finals, we had Argentina and France. And there's a prophet who gave a prophecy yesterday. Today, even in the morning, during his Sunday service, in his prophecy, he said France was going to win by a goal against Argentina. So let's put it into perspective and let's listen to what he said, and we'll translate it after you listen to it.
Ava izvi ndezve sports betting chete rabatika darei pamechi chatambwa between France ne Argentina. Izvi ndezve sports betting chete pamechi chatambwa between France ne Argentina. Argentina ichatamba a very defensive game, but France ichawana a lead by goal per second half. Ichafoirisa dare rese reita kuti France itye Argentina. Manzwisisa kapo pamechi kutambwa between France ne Argentina. Argentina ichatamba a very defensive game yekuwanza maplayers padefense kuti France isetese isagohwese, kasi defense yavachaise chavafoirisa manje because ndo yavachanyanya kuconcentrata nayo mukuvarairwa paipai. Kwaita kugwani manje wekufrance vakavarairwa anorivhurira rapinde iroro zvinenge zvadhakwa because France inobve anolovawo manje defensive. Argentina kuti chipinde ipapo zvafuira ravatika dare saka zvoda kuna uchinotamba sports betting apo akutoziva kuti France ndio iri kuhina kapo.
So that's our papa there. That's a father. That's actually a prophet, a spiritual father to some gullibles out there that actually believe that this baby charlatan is hearing from God, or everything that is speaking is the mind of God. So in translation, what this guy is saying, that what I saw in the realms of the spirit, what God showed me in the realms of the spirit, was a match between France and Argentina. And according to what was revealed to me in the spirit, France was taking a lead in the second half, in this match that it was playing with Argentina. They are saying that this win was was conceived in the second period of the match. What makes it even said that in the second half ended 2-2. France was not leading a goal or in any way, or not even to explain the details of it. The match ended in penalties, and Argentina won the World Cup final. Messi won the World Cup tournament, and this Papa here came out to say France was going to be the overcomer of the tournament. So what is your take, my people? I can see some people are saying that it was not a prophecy. It was a... Why do you people never run out of the sons and daughters of these people? Why do you never run out of defense for these liars, for these manipulators? Why do you never run short of words to defend your DDGOs? How much proof do you need to be convinced that these men cannot see anything in the spirit? How much proof do you need? Okay, someone is saying, can you please play the video again? I'm going to play it one more time, and then we do a quick analysis. And if you wish, want to contribute anything, I'm going to open the call line for only 5 callers for this first segment. And when we talk about the other issue of Ruth Matthew and Baby Testimony and Jeremiah Omoto, then I'll open the call so that everyone can participate. But for this discussion, specifically for this discussion, I'm going to only take 5 calls. So let me play the video one more time before we analyze it, of this prophet.
Ava izvi ndezve-sports betting chete rabatika dare pamechi chatambwa between France ne-Argentina. Izvi ndezve-sports betting chete pamechi chatambwa between France ne-Argentina. Argentina ichatamba a very defensive game, but France ichawana a lead by goal per second half. Ichafoirisa dare rese reita kuti France itye Argentina. Manzvise kapo pamechi kutambwa between France ne-Argentina. Argentina ichatamba a very defensive game yekuwanza maplayers padefense kuti France iseitese isagohwese. Kasi defense yavachaise chavafoirisa manje because ndo yavachanyanya kuconcentrata nayo mukuvarairwa paipai. Kwaita kubhani manje wekufrance vakavarairwa anorivhurira rapinde iroro zvinenge zvadhakwa because France inobva anolovawo manje defensive. Argentina kuti chipinde ipapo zvafuira rabatika dare saka zvoda kuna uchinotamba sports betting apo wakutoziva kuti France ndiri kuhina kapo.
Okay, now tell me, to those people who are doing betting, to those people who are probably the followers of this man, who actually believed in this prophecy and went on to bet and went on to put their money where their prophet's mouth is, how are they going to deal with or handle with this situation? Well, this is my advice. My brothers and sisters who are followers or who are members of this young gangster, if you placed your bet based on this prophecy that was given to you by your DDGO, you have the legal right to go and demand your money back. You have the legal right to go and demand your money back. And to all the people that are following this young man, mark him. It's not only him and his spiritual fathers, be it Hubert Angel or Emmanuel Makandiwa. Mark them and avoid them. These are the fruits of your so-called big popular pastors, your Emmanuel Makandiwas and your Hubert Angels. These are the fruits. Now you can clearly see that if your father is false, but they say the son of a snake is also a snake. If your father is a charlatan, there's no way the child, the spiritual son, can be of God. I've said this time without number. In Zimbabwe especially, Zimbabweans they are just too smart, you know. That's the one thing about Zimbabweans. Not the Zimbabweans, but the Zimbabwean prophets and pastors. They are very calculative and they are very smart in how they play their games. But on the top of the hierarchy of charlatanism, the super intelligent ones, we have this one called Emmanuel Makandiwa. That one is also a native doctor. And we have this one called Hubert Angel. That one is a smooth operator. But it's a false charlatan, all of them, both of them. Initially, they were both initiated by Kusi Boateng in Ghana there. That's where they went to go and get rituals. That's where they went to go and get initiated. And they went back to Zimbabwe. They started initiating. They came up with all this nonsense of fatherhood and sons and spiritual sons. They are the founders of charlatanism. Those two ones, specific ones, Makandiwa and Hubert. And this happens to be one of their sons. I'm not quite so sure who is the spiritual father of this one, this baby charlatan that you just heard talking nonsense. And they are using God as a proxy. God said, I was praying and God revealed to me. He even explained the details of how the match will unfold. I saw that in the second half, Argentina will be playing defensive. They'll be defending. And in their defending strategy, that's how they are going to lose it. That's how France is going to overtake them and score them one goal. And once France score them one goal, it's not going to be easy for Argentina to recover from that goal. And in the end of the day, France is going to take the cup. They even made it clear that to those of you who are betting, use this prophecy. Go make money. And you still feel like there's God involved in this nonsense. And you still feel like God is communicating with these ignorant folks somewhere, somehow. There's no way, my people. There's no way at all. Practically impossible. Spiritually impossible. Tell me what you think. And to those of you still saying that God, at some point, he can mislead, or the Holy Spirit can mislead his own prophets. That's what TB Joshua used to say every time he makes a prophecy and it does not come to pass. He always say, the Holy Spirit misled me. So do you think these ones are also being misled by the Holy Spirit? That's my WhatsApp calling number. If you have any specific contribution that you think you can make right now, I want to give you an opportunity to also air in your concerns. Tell me what you think. What's your take outside of this whole, buffoonery, all these manipulations, or okay, all these prophecies that were just given by your so-called prophets, your so-called men of God? What's your take home from this? Do you still believe there's still a chance of maybe another man out there that can be truly standing for the true gospel, that maybe might be hearing from God for real, that maybe can have the ability to prophesy as they claim? Tell me and show me and call me and let me know what you think about your prophets. So my calling line is open for the next 10 or 15 minutes. After then, I'm going to switch it over to a more critical discussion. Hello, caller, I can hear you. You can go ahead.
Hello, good evening, Prophet. How are you doing?
Hi, how are you doing? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, talk to me.
Yeah, I just came in and I saw you on air and I just listened to you briefly.
Mm-hmm.
And you're talking about the prophecies about the World Cup and stuff.
Yeah.
I actually watched the World Cup and you see, it's just God that will help us in Africa. I must tell you. See, these prophets, so-called prophets, they just wake up and just say whatever they want, just to, buy people's conscience, make people believe in them. And, we all want God to answer our prayer. We all have problems. And anywhere, anybody here, okay, there's a solution here. This person is a prophet. This person can help you. We just go. We are just like fools. We just listen to them. It's sad, honestly. Even you sometimes, you make predictions about your life, and it doesn't even turn out the way you predict. This life is mystery. It's only God that has our destiny and has what will happen. Sometimes we predict things on our own because we've calculated, okay, I've done this, okay, this should be like this. Sometimes it doesn't even turn out to be like that. You understand? Not talk of somebody that will just wake up and assume that somebody is talking to him and just come and blab rubbish. Like, God will help us. I'm in Nigeria. This thing is rampant in Nigeria. And they will come tell you prophecies that don't come to pass. Then you can't even challenge them. You can't even say, oh, okay, prophet, you said this thing last time, it didn't come to pass. Are you a true man of God? You can't even confront them. You can't, because you're scared. You're under their spell or, whatever. These people are like a cancer. Honestly, it's a sad thing. You come out because if you don't have anything to say, why not sing to your members and entertain them? You come out and predict a match that has not been played. See the way, I don't hear your language, but the way you already, interpret what he said. And from his body language and what he was saying, he was, saying, he was just saying things as if the match has already been played. You understand? Like something that has been played and he has watched. He was giving details. How can you be giving details on something you don't know about? You've not seen something that has not come to pass.
He was
you
very
are giving
confident.
Detailed analysis.
He was very confident about his prophecy.
Yes, he was.
And
he was giving details with body language, and although I didn't hear, but I saw that. I'm sure there's details in what he was saying. Mm-hmm. How can you give details like accurate as if it's just like a scene you witness? Is that possible? No, it's not possible. We are living beings. We are human beings. We can give details in only what we witness. Because even the next morning, like tomorrow morning, we don't know what it looks like. It's just by the grace of God we live, we see, we eat, we breathe, we live our day to day. God will just deliver us from these people. Nigeria is their headquarters. I think you say Ghana, I say Nigeria. They are everywhere. God will deliver us from them. And I don't know if it's they use something on people. Even me talking here, sometimes I say no, these people I've canned them out. But sometimes they talk and they kind of enter your psyche. They'll talk to you as if, I don't know if they use charm. I don't know. There's a way they talk to you. You are just carried away. You not believe them. You understand?
They're manipulative.
You know their life.
They are manipulative. It's okay, my sister. Let me give others a chance. You've already spoken for 5 minutes. Thank you for your contribution.
Okay, fine. Thank you. All right. Bye.
Bye. Okay, the biggest question is, how do they get to manipulate people the way that they do? It's a question that still remains unanswered. Hello, caller, I greet you.
Hello, good evening.
I greet you. Talk to me.
Yes, Prof X.
Yes.
This is now from Zambia.
Mm-hmm.
I've been following you since you started, talking about these men of God who've been pretending to be prophets and then they're not prophets. Keep on enlightening Africans. It's high time that we should wake up from these guys who've been brainwashing people daylight. Actually, they happen to be thieves. They are stealing by putting fear in congregants. Like, look at what he has done. He forcefully predicted that France was going to win. And France hasn't won. You get to see that. So keep on preaching. What you are doing actually happens to be the best thing ever. I pray that may God grant you your heart desire and may you get protected.
Thank you so much, my
Are you
brother.
with me?
I'm with you. I appreciate
Yes,
it.
my brother. You know, you've been enlightening us on what is going on, and I love your analysis. You've been following all these men of God. Me, I do call them is men. They are men of God. God, like, you know, the mineral. Not okay. They're not in for the kingdom of God. They're just there for the sake of their ego. Okay? Like whatsoever these guys, I don't really know whatsoever they have been obtaining power. You know, it's high time that, you know, we need to stand on our ground and preach to the masses so that they wake up from this slumber. Okay? So what you've been doing, I salute you, my brother.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother.
Last time, there is a certain man who threw some threats to you. You know, such people should be ashamed of themselves because, you know, when you look at a number of people have been deceived. Some people were HIV positive. When they got in those churches, they were told to say, you know, stop taking medication. God is taking control of that. All that is stupidity. You get to see that people are dying out there just because of that being misled by these guys. I just pray that one day God is going to put an end. Is going to put an end of this mediocrity. The kind of mediocrity that is going on in Africa.
Yes, my brother. My brother. Let me also give others a chance. Saying thank you so much for your contribution.
All right, Prof X, man. Keep on doing the same. Thank you so much.
All right, stay safe. Okay, my people, it's the same way we always do things. It's 4 minutes per call. Sorry, 2 minutes per caller. I greet you, caller. You can go ahead.
Hello, good evening, prophets.
I greet you. How are you?
Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas. Where's my Christmas box?
It's on its way.
I'll be waiting. You can go ahead, my sister, and give your contribution.
Okay. Yeah, no, Prophet, I don't want to make contribution. I just want to make some correction at least, because I find out that there's a lot of, how will I put it, lapses from your side. Because I remember last time you were telling us that this December, that we should wait. There is, you are going to deal with Omoto. So I was like thinking maybe good news for us to hear for baby testimony. And I've been watching your program all along. Today is almost 19, if I'm not mistaken, 18 or 19. I've not had anything. And you've not even come to say you are sorry. That's sorry, I promise you guys that 1st December, I will give you information what to as you agreed before. You just ignore as if you're not talking to a human being. So that mistake, you've done that mistake before when you said about this lady in Zambia. You told us also that you give us information about her. We are just waiting for the information. We didn't hear anything from you. And there's never a day you came to say you are sorry for what you promised us, that there's something that happened. That's why you're not saying it. Just like this Omoto now. I've been watching it every day. You're not even apologizing. You're not even saying something going towards that place.
What should I apologize about? What should I apologize about?
When I mean apologize, telling your people like us that I promised you guys that I'm going to give you information starting from December regarding baby testing.
Is December ended already? What's today's date?
No. You said at the beginning.
I said at the beginning. No, I get you, my sister. Let me tell you something about this case of baby testimony. It is not as smooth as you would expect it to be. We are dealing with an entire vagabond from Nigeria called Jeremiah Omoto for fame. And this is a man that can do anything and that is doing everything in his power to make sure that we don't find this baby. So never expect this case to be...
Everybody in the whole world, I'm sorry, I'm not cutting you short. Everybody knows your work you are doing is very, very tremendous.
Exactly.
But our own is that
exactly.
Tell us if the news is not coming that very week. Tell us that my sister, my brothers, I promise you that I want to tell you something, but there's something I'm doing underground. We will understand. It's like
sometimes
respecting us.
Okay, sometimes the enemy that we are fighting in, some of the enemies are within. Sometimes we don't have to mention our plans or what we are doing or if there's something that is coming. Sometimes we just have to give them whatever that they're expecting to hear, and when the right time comes, we'll bring out what needs to be brought out. I understand the angle you are coming from, that you were expecting Omoto from the 1st of December, and you were expecting so many developments from the 1st of December. But from the 1st of December, there are so many other things that are in the pipeline. We have a court case in 2 days as we speak right now. Ruth is supposed to be enjoying Christmas, but she will be in court. And from the 1st of December up to even now, there are lawyers that had to do what they did. There are people that were with us that are no longer with us. So all those things, they destabilize the plans that we would have had. All those other things that are not necessary to bring to the
there's
public.
No doubt about all this. My own is that call as he told us at the initial stage that viewers, my people, 1st of December, you will hear what.
There's only one favor.
Even though the thing didn't work out,
There's only one thing.
Even though the thing didn't work out.
Listen, my sister. There's only one favor that I will always ask for people that are following this case of baby testimony. And that favor is, can you all be patient? Can you all be lenient? Can you all just, keep your eyes open and keep your ears listening and keep observing and keep the support. That's all we can ask for. That's all we need.
Yeah, respect us also. Respect us also and come back and tell us that, sorry, I was supposed to start this thing this week, but something came up.
When did I start this fight? My sister, when did I start this fight for baby testimony?
You started for long. But
how long? Just give me an estimate. Just give me an estimate. Just give me an estimate of the number of months.
I started following you February. I started following you February.
So you started following me February, and we're in December, and we're still talking about baby testimony, and you're having doubts about our plan or my plan.
I never had doubts. No, I think you're not respecting our emotion. I never said I doubt you. God forbid. You don't know what you've done for us.
No,
you've done a lot for us. You are our hero, no doubt.
Okay.
My own is that come back and tell us that sorry, my people. I was expecting to give you news on so date, but it never worked out. But you will come and start telling us something else, and you're not going back to what you promised us before. You look as if we are fools, or you can just talk and deal with us anyhow. That's what I'm talking about.
The moment you classify,
you see our hero. Nobody can remove it from you.
No, I understand, but there's no way I can ever see people like you as fools. No way under the sun. The only fool in this whole case is Jeremiah Omoto and his followers. None of you can ever be seen to be fools, because I understand your curiosity. You want baby testimony, right?
Of course.
Exactly. And I understand that curiosity can breed a little bit of frustration because you want baby testimony as soon as possible. I also want baby testimony as soon as yesterday. But my sister, okay, let me just not disappoint your contribution. Every time I promise to bring news and update, and I don't manage to bring it up, I'll come back and update you as well, so that you do not get disappointed.
Yes,
how's that?
Good. Thank you. God bless you.
All right, my sister. Thank you so much. Let me take other callers.
Okay, bye.
Okay, my sister, she is worried that why did you not bring Omoto to Omoto for fame this December as you promised? December is still on, my people. Omoto is still up for a dance. I greet you, caller. You can go ahead. Hello, caller. You're connected. You can go ahead. Okay, this caller, I think he or she's not ready, but be that as it may, let's take another caller. I greet you, caller. You can go ahead.
Hello, Mr. PDT.
How are you, brother? You can go ahead. Are you good?
Yeah, good evening. How's your day?
I'm doing well. And yourself?
Yeah, I'm good. There's one thing I want to correct. There is nothing like prophecy, if I may say. Nothing like prophecy. All this magic and the show they are doing, it's not prophecy. It's called trial and error. So they're just trying and error. Sometimes they get it right. Sometimes they started asking you, how did you do yesterday? What happened? As soon as you remember that you dreamt so dream that the other time, or something happens the other time. Oh, Papa, yeah, that is truth. So now you became a victim. So that is just what to say. That's nothing like a prophecy. They don't see anything. They don't see anything, my brother. They don't see anything. They don't see anything.
That's true.
In those days. Yeah,
I stand
in those
with
days,
you
pastors,
on that assertion.
In those days, pastors, and they don't do this thing they are doing now. Pastors can barely. I didn't say they should be poor, but they barely. She barely see a pastor, building 4-story or riding a jet or even having a car those days. So, but they do better than all these the charlatans that we are seeing today. Understand? So when they pray for you, those days they pray for you. You don't need to be saying. Then they need to tell you, go and bring. Can a pastor be telling you? Across one the other time, he was telling me that I should buy 7 bags of salt, small salt. I should go to the Tech Junction to bring the sand. I should do this.
People, please don't do direct calls, because your direct calls will interrupt the calls that will be on my WhatsApp. Please call on WhatsApp only. I lost this brother. I greet you, caller. You can pause the one you're watching from and continue with your contribution. Hello, caller.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Hello?
I can hear you now. You can go ahead.
Please, on your platform, I don't want you to talk about any other thing if it is not Jeremiah. Don't even talk about those charlatans, the small. Let it just be about testing on your platform. There should not be any other thing. This is all I just want to say. It must just be about testimony, Jeremiah.
I hear you, brother. We'll stick to the plan.
Anytime, even if you are going off. Yes.
All right, brother. Thank you for your contribution.
Please.
Okay, most of my callers are saying, Prof X, on your platform, do not talk about anything else other than Jeremiah. Other than Jeremiah and baby testimony. And I understand, because that's how important and that's how dear our boy is. Everybody wants us to get our boy, and whenever I close my mouth for a minute, it bothers people, because this child has been missing for the past 3 years, and the entire Nigerian community, law enforcement, and all the humanitarian organizations, they have paid a blind eye to this woman called Ruth and this child called baby testimony. They have shown no care for them at all. They've decided to throw this case under the bus. And most people, especially most Nigerians, they've been emotionally, connected and touched by this boy called baby testimony. And they're willing to go that extra mile to make sure that they bring justice to this little boy called baby testimony. And my people, I'm going to make this promise, and I've been making this promise. I took an oath to fight till the end. I took an oath to fight until we find baby testimony. There is nothing that can stop reggae, and there's nothing that will ever distract us from getting to the bottom of this, or from getting baby testimony reunited with the family and his biological mother. Nothing at all. Believe you me. I greet you, caller. You can go ahead. Oh, I think the caller dropped. The caller had called in. Let me just return this one. So in some instances, I will return calls. I greet you, caller. Go ahead. You have 2 minutes.
Yes. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm calling you from Zambia.
We have 2 minutes. You can go ahead.
Yes, I just want to say thank you for your programs, and God bless you.
Thank you, brother. God bless you too.
My contribution. Yeah, my contribution is actually about those fake prophets.
Okay, this one was interrupted as well. My brothers and sisters, when you're calling, please give me a little bit of energy. I know most of you are sleeping right now, but give me that boom, boom, bam. You understand? The boom, boom. Hello, call. I greet you. You can go ahead.
Yeah, Prophets, I called you before. I was the first caller. Sorry. Can I make a little contribution?
Yes, my sister, go ahead.
Sorry, I just have to say something about the woman that called and was demanding an apology from all of us that follow you.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a contract. It's a humanitarian work, or how will I put it? You are doing it for humanity. Apologize for what? You are doing this, not a contract. Do you think it's easy to fight somebody like Jeremiah? Oh my goodness. I live in Nigeria. These people are mafias. You cannot fight them, especially in a deep case like this. It takes guts. It takes strategy. It takes calculation. It's not everything you come to public to say. It's not everything you come and explain to us. Apologize for who are you apologizing to? You are helping a disabled woman we are supposed to help. You are helping Ruth we Nigerians cannot help. Come on, madam. Why you what is the apology for? That is sorry that he didn't come out with updates. Do you know what it means to come out with updates? How does he get his updates? Somebody that is not in Nigeria. He gathers his information. Come on, please. We should just appreciate him, not to tell him to apologize. For what? Is he his child? Did you give him a contract? He's doing it for humanity, for the black race, for a disabled woman. A woman, an helpless woman. Nobody is fighting for her. Oh my God, I'm heartbroken. When I was hearing, I was just, how will you say that? No, it's not easy. These people are just, they are not easy to fight. It takes time, courage, calculation. It's not everything professors we bring to public now. Come on, let's appreciate him and thank him. Who will fight for Ruth? Is it me? I cannot fight Jeremiah. I cannot fight him. Can you fight him, madam? No. Can you bring the awareness? No. What are you talking about? What is he apologizing for? We are supposed to thank him and give him Christmas gift. You are telling him to apologize. Oh my goodness, Nigerians. Wake up. Oh, God damn it. Bye.
Thank you, my sister. Oh, my sister is something to say. Okay, there's just something that I want to explain here, especially involving, my commitment in as far as baby testimony is concerned, or in as far as the case of Ruth Matthew is concerned. It seems like every time, maybe when I talk about other things, or when I address other things, other falsehoods in this religion called Christianity, there are some people that will start having the feels that maybe I have lost interest. Like, I got so many questions. Prophets, have you lost interest in the case of baby testimony? Prophets, have you given up on Ruth Matthew? Have you given up on this case? What's happening? Why are you not talking about the child anymore? Why are you not talking about this and that anymore and stuff like that? Listen, let me appeal to your conscience, my people. And I don't expect to be awarded for what I'm doing, or I don't expect to be celebrated, even to be congratulated. I myself, I can never find baby testimony. I myself can never be in a good position or have what it takes to help Sister Ruth Matthew. It's only God that makes the provision. It's only God that directs every step that we take. We have our plans. We plan, and we've been planning this whole year, trying by all means to come up with a better way to find this boy or to get this boy out. But if God is not yet allowed it to happen, it's going to take the time that it will take. And when God allows it, even Jeremiah Omoto for Fame and all his occultic brothers and supporters, they will not be able to stop the will of God. They will not be able to stop what God would have said must happen. And another greatest challenge, one of the greatest challenges that we have encountered, or should I say I have encountered on this battle or in this fight to find baby testimony. One thing you must know is I'm in South Africa. And when I started, there was practically no one I knew from Nigeria. In these cases in Nigeria, it has caused the waves it has caused in Nigeria, yet I am advocating for this missing child here in South Africa. So there is some groundwork that always needs to be done. There are people, let's say Nigerian people, who know the landscape of Nigeria way better than I do. I did not know about, the flossiness of the law enforcement in Nigeria. I did not know that the law enforcement in Nigeria can be given money to this extent to go and arrest a woman and take that woman to court, prosecute the woman, and get the commissioners involved, and the commissioners be the ones prosecuting this woman. I did not know about all these things. I did not know that in Nigeria, the people with the money are the ones who have control over anything. So when I started advocating for this missing child and justice for Sister Ruth Matthew, I thought the moment we start talking about it, responsible authorities will take over the case. I thought the moment we raise awareness about it, concerned Nigerians would chip in, since they know much than I do, would chip in and take over this case, arrange the proper lawyers that needs to be deployed, contact the relevant and necessary agencies that need to be involved. That was my expectation. If this was done, this case was the opposite. If there was a case of that nature here in South Africa, we could have concluded this case long time ago. If Jeremiah Omoto was in South Africa, by now he would be rotting in prison. But I only got to realize as time passed on, as we were fighting, that Nigeria is a different country altogether. Jeremiah Omoto is still breathing, enjoying life, continuing business as usual, as if nothing ever happened. A child went missing and Jeremiah Omoto is a free man. He's walking freely. And most of the Nigerians are afraid. That's just the truth, my people. Most of the lawyers in Nigeria are afraid to even take on this case. Most of the people that came in to try to help or to support or to get lawyers, a time will always come whereby maybe I disagree with their ideas or what they propose, and they pull out. And every time someone comes in to help, comes in with a lawyer, and I disagree with them or they disagree with Ruth Matthew, they pull out, and they pull out with their lawyer. And when they pull out with their lawyer, how do you expect me now to handle the case? Now I have to mobilize another team. For the past year, I've been mobilizing teams. People come with their own agendas. Some people come with a pure heart. Some people get tired along the way. Do you know how many people have gotten tired of this case? Do you know how many people have dropped out of this case? The ones who started it, Brekete family, the ones that all you Nigerians hold in the highest esteem. He dropped this case. He threw it away. He doesn't care about it anymore. How many bloggers do you all people hold on a high esteem that took on this case? Along the way, they made a U-turn. They started bashing the very same woman that they claim to be fighting for. How many bloggers that you know that are now accusing Ruth Matthew of having sold the child? Who are now focusing on Ruth Matthew and exonerating Jeremiah Omoto for fame? Who are now saying that Jeremiah Omoto for fame is not guilty of having stolen the child? How many? You can't even hold your own people that you hold on a high esteem responsible or accountable. I don't know the reason being of all that, but there's a level at which I think there's something that we just have to do, man, as a people, if we really want to find this child, there's a level of commitment that all of us has to pass. It's one thing to talk about it, to show support in the comment section. It's one thing to show that you care about the child. It's one thing to want to find the child, but it's one thing to commit to action. It's one thing to actually say, I'm willing to deploy resources. It's one thing to say, I'm willing to part with anything I can to hire any professional lawyer that I can to find this baby. That's another different. Commitment comes in different ways and in different levels. Justice for baby testimony is as easy as that. Commenting justice for baby testimony is as easy as that. Saying Prof X, we have forgotten about baby testimony is as easy as that, as long as it's in fine print. But to say, okay, prophets, I am now willing to get the best lawyer in Nigeria to stand for Ruth Matthew and to put Jeremiah to question. That's another thing. And all those that are Nigerian that have shown support in the past, they will now use it as leverage to try to control Ruth Matthew or to try to dictate terms, as to say, okay, we are the ones who know the lawyers, or we are the ones who probably can finance this. If we don't do it our way, we'll take our lawyer. If we don't do it our way, we'll stop supporting the case. Where's the humanity in that? If you care about the missing child, where's the humanity in that? How many narratives, the same people that are commenting today, have you supported narratives that you had heard, that you have heard from different platforms? People saying, no, Ruth Matthew is not being honest. Ruth Matthew is a scammer. Ruth Matthew is this. Have you seen how the attention has been diverted from finding the missing child to how Ruth Matthew is a scammer, to how Ruth Matthew loves money, to how Ruth Matthew is a dishonest human being, to how Ruth Matthew is an ingrate? Okay, she has her flaws, but the question is, the big question is, was a child stolen? Was a child kidnapped in Mercy City? The answer to that question is yes. If the answer to that question is no, could Jeremiah Omoto and Fofane in Mercy City proven this otherwise? With all the money Omoto Fofane has, don't you think he could have proven it otherwise by now? If Ruth Matthew is lying about how baby Desmond was abducted, do you think in your own analysis and your own intellect and your own intelligence, do you think Jeremiah Omoto could not have proven it to the world that Ruth Matthew is lying? He has never proven anything to the world that the child was not abducted at this Mercy City. The only thing that he has managed to do is to pay off people to run narratives, is to pay off people to balance narratives, to accuse this woman. Okay, Ruth Matthew is bad. Let's call her a liar. Let's agree that she's lying. But can we at least see the CCTV footage? Have you noticed that no one is asking about the CCTV footage? Everyone who claims to be fighting for baby testimony is justice. They don't care about the CCTV footage. They're not questioning Jeremiah Omoto Fofane at all. They don't care whether Jeremiah Omoto Fofane is guilty or not. They just care to make sure that they destroy this case. Have you not been seeing this coming, my people, ever since we started? The agenda has not been to find baby testimony, but to destroy the case. For this is the first time in the entire history of Nigeria that there is anyone who has ever fought for a case of this nature for this long without relenting, committing his all and everything in his arsenal to make sure that he can try by all means to find this child. If some will say, I saw someone say in some random comments, Prof X, you've not been assisting Ruth Matthew in anything, you have not been doing this. I am here to make sure that I bring all of you together to support Sister Ruth Matthew. For this whole year, do you know how much I have committed, the time, other things that I've put on standby to fight and win this case? It's not just about having a win, it's about fighting for this little boy. I see him as my little brother. And I thought the majority of you will also see this little boy as your little brother, as your son. But to you, it's about competition, to say, okay, he's not going to win this case. I'm not after competing. There are so many things I can talk about. There are so many errors in the church that I can still be addressing. But still, my spirit does not permit me to focus on anything else when a child is missing. For the past 3 years, a child has been missing. What makes this even worse, the child went missing at church. And no one has ever given attention to this woman. Where are our good Samaritans? Where are our good Nigerian brothers and sisters? We do have a few of them who are still sold out to winning this case. I might not mention their names here, but there's still a few good ones who have given their lives, who have said, we'll do anything to support this woman and to help in any way to get baby testimony. Jeremiah Omoto Fofane is a big mafia in Nigeria. Most of the people that talk, they are not even in Nigeria. They know what he's capable of. They know the amount of money that he has. They know he can do and undo. But a time is coming. We have God on our side. And God is going to vindicate Ruth Matthew of all the accusations that people have been charging her, of all the accusations that they've been laying on her, Sister Ruth Matthew. She might not be perfect, but her child was abducted at Jeremiah Omoto's shrine. And Omoto can't prove that otherwise. Omoto can't prove that otherwise. He can't. And there's a video, a recording she sent me. A few days ago, it was Baby Testimony's birthday. Baby Testimony is 5 years old now. And she's going to spend Christmas without a child. She called me and said, Prophet, I know Baby Testimony might be able. One day you'll hear my message. I want to wish him a happy birthday. And I know my child is still alive. You know, a mother is connected to their child. They know if their child is still there. And Baby Testimony is still alive. Don't let them fool you. Don't let them lie to you. We are going to get that boy back. She sent a voice recording and said, I want to wish my boy, I want to wish my son a happy birthday. I cried. She still has hope. And that's the hope I want you people to still have. If we get this boy, God will bless us all. This fight is not going to go down the drain. As long as I'm alive on my end, I've committed to it. And we'll fight till the end. There are so many other tactics, strategies we have to devise, but at the end of the day, we'll find the child. And some say, oh, you're always defending Ruth Matthew. Ruth Matthew is lying. Is she lying about the child having been stolen or abducted at Jeremiah Omoto for fame? Have you ever heard them, or have you ever seen a piece of evidence which shows that Ruth Matthew is lying about how the child was taken from Jeremiah Omoto for fame? No, you don't. The reason why you're all saying she's lying is because you're listening to people that had an argument with Ruth Matthew. You're listening to people that had an argument with Prof X. And their anger for Ruth Matthew, their anger or their hatred for Prof X is what has caused them to destroy this case at the expense of the missing child. It's very funny sometimes I hear them say, the child is the victim. Ruth Matthew is what? The child is the victim here. Okay, yes, we agree then. So can we fight for the child? Once we say that, can we ask Jeremiah Omoto for fame to give us the CCTV footage? Can we take Jeremiah Omoto for fame to court? Can we get Jeremiah Omoto for fame to answer? If you say Ruth, the mother is bad, okay, let's put Jeremiah Omoto and the mother together then and find out the truth. I want to play a small recording that came from Sister Ruth Matthew. I think I played it again, but let me just replay it. And I want you to tell me if this is coming from a sincere woman or if this is coming from a scammer. I want you to tell me if this is coming from a liar. Or I want you to tell me if this voice recording is coming from a mother who is lying, who's capable of selling her own child. I want you to listen to this voice recording that Sister Ruth Matthew sent to me, wishing Baby Testimony happy birthday. I want you to tell me if this woman sounds like a deceptive woman, if she does not sound sincere, or if she does not sound like she misses her son, or if she sounds like she gave her son to someone to look after and things did not go well, as many people are saying in the streets of social media, selling different narratives. This was a message on the birthday of Baby Testimony, when Baby Testimony was turning 5 years recently, a few days ago. And she sent me this message to post it, so that wherever Baby Testimony is, or wherever Baby Testimony can be, can also hear this message if they allow him to hear it. Or maybe to try to soften the heart of whoever is with Baby Testimony to come out and release this boy. This was Ruth Matthew's message.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Today is Testimony birthday. I'm doing a VN to Testimony out there. Happy birthday to you, my handsome baby. testimony. My loving baby, the love of my life, the only one that I, Ruth, cannot do without in my life. Testimony. We have been through a lot. I do not mind dying for you as a mother in this case. Without you, my life is useless. My days are not the same without you anymore. My nights are not the same without you anymore. My life starts and ends on your name. Testimony. Testimony. My life starts and ends on your name. Testimony. Without you, testimony, there is no life for me. You are my choice. I love you a lot. We loved you. Happy birthday to you. To return back to me, your mother. Testimony. Because of you, I'm going to the courts every month. Next week again, on the 21st of December, I will still be in court because of you. Testimony. You know what? I will never tired. I am ready, no matter what they do me in this case. No matter what people do to me in this case, testimony, I promise you, I will never give up. I will not get tired in this case for you to return back to me to be testimony. God bless you. Your days is blessed to return back to your mother. Testimony, I miss you. God bless you. To you, the supporters of Baby Testimony, I thank everybody helping me in this case. I'm saying a big thanks to my godmother, Prophetess Happiness. I love you. We love you. From the depth of my heart, appreciate all you've done. To me, you and Sister Elia, God bless you for all you've done. Please and please, to everybody all over the world, I'm still looking for Baby Testimony. I don't know where he is. I don't know anything concerning him. Please, people, help me to get justice for Baby Testimony. Without you people, I am helpless in this case. Please, don't leave me alone at this point. Please, don't get tired of me. Help me and get justice for Baby Testimony. Thank you. I appreciate you all for your efforts, for your time, for your sleepless nights every day, all because of me. People, God bless all of you for me.
So maybe I do not have the experience of being a mother. Maybe I do not know how a real mother sounds like. But from this woman called Ruth Matthew, I'm asking you mothers out there, does she at any point sound like she's making this up? Does she at any point sound like she knows where her child is? Some people, sometimes we have to have a heart. We have to just have a conscience. How can it be so difficult for other women to feel for another woman who happens to be a mother, especially if they're also mothers? How does it happen? How do we claim to be disciples of Christ if we can gang up to destroy this woman? Don't you feel sorry for her already? My people, do you know how what this woman has gone through or has been going through because of Jeremiah Omoto for fame? A billionaire prophet in Nigeria called Jeremiah Omoto for fame. This is a man who has committed his life that if he had to destroy this woman called Ruth Matthew, he would do it at whatever cost. And on top of Jeremiah Omoto for fame, we still have another people that are ganging up, other women. What destroys my heart is it's other women that will gang up to destroy this very same woman, even if she's not perfect, even if she's wrong at some things. Can't we just extend the courtesy of humanity towards her? And okay, so some people will say, no, you are just feeling sorry for her because of her physical condition. Ruth is not naive. She might be having physical challenges, but she's not naive. She's just a woman, just like all of other women out there. I don't feel sorry for her because of her condition. Of course I do to some extent, but what I feel sorry for the most is because a child was taken from her. And the people that took away this child from her, they used her condition as a blind spot. They took advantage of her because of her condition, because they knew of her financial status. They knew she couldn't fight it. They knew she couldn't do anything to Jeremiah Omoto for fame. That's how they had calculated this whole thing. And for the past 3 years, nothing has been done. People have just seen her as a liar that people claim that she is and threw her under the bus. No one ever cared to help her or support her. But just for the sake of the missing child, can't we just maybe ignore her flaws? Just for the sake of the missing child, if we are going to punish Sister Ruth Matthew, can we do that after we find the child? Can we do that after we find baby testimony? Baby testimony does not know about the flaws of her mother. If you say she sold the child, can't you help us with an investigation to make sure that we find the woman that she sold these children to, or anyone that she sold this child to? If she indeed gave this child to someone to look after the child, since most people saying that she was too poor, she couldn't afford to raise 4 children, so she had to give baby testimony to someone to look after baby testimony. So if that's what happened and you have information about it, why are you not bringing us the proof and the evidence that that's what happened? The only thing that you are selling is a narrative to the general public to make people buy into that narrative, to destroy the emotional connection that people have with this missing child. Because there are so many people out there that were convinced by these narratives that Ruth Matthew sold the child, that Ruth Matthew gave the child to someone else, that Ruth Matthew knows where the child is. So with the intelligence in Nigeria and with the money Omoto has, don't you think he can fund a campaign or an investigation to expose Ruth Matthew? Don't you think he can do that? He can do that. Why has he not done it? Because that investigation will yield no results. She did not sell any child to anyone. She did not give this child to anyone. But this child was taken by Jeremiah Omoto for fame and these people. That's why no investigation report was ever provided of the investigation that the Commissioner of Police did after Ruth Matthew went to report this case to the police. That's the situation in Nigeria. My child was abducted at Jeremiah Omoto's church. I go to the police to make a claim, to make a report, to open a case. I open a case 2 days down the line. Now the police are the ones taking me to court. The mother who made a report I made the police aware of this case. I laid my complaint. I wrote my statement. And because they had contacted the billionaire prophet Jeremiah Omoto for fame and questioned him about this case, and they were given money, they made a U-turn and start now prosecuting this woman. And start prosecuting this vulnerable woman without evidence of their claim, and start charging her for defamation of character. It's only Nigeria when someone can be arrested for defamation of character. But Ruth Matthew was arrested for it. They say you are defaming Jeremiah Omoto's character by asking for your child. Stop asking for your child. If you ask for your child, you are defaming the man of God's character. And for that, we are going to arrest you. And she was arrested. They went all the way to Benin. They took her, put her in a flight, and took her to Wari, put her in a prison cell. That's the struggle that this woman has gone through. And this is the very same woman that is still being fought by so many other different people. But all the people that are fighting her, they are fighting her on the premise that she knows where the child is. And the only time when they come to that realization that she knows where the child is because they are not getting along with her. So those are some of the things that have been leading to the delay to find baby testimony. First, it was your bloggers who came out and started accusing Ruth Matthew, started casting aspersions that Ruth Matthew is a liar. She knows where the child is. And then we have internal people that also came in to say they want to support, they want to help the woman, they want to help find baby testimony. And then they start turning against her. No, she knows where the child is. Okay, if she knows where the child is, can you at least prove it that she knows? What proof is there that can prove that Ruth Matthew knows where the child is? And recently it was her child's birthday. And she's still sending a voice recording wishing her missing child a happy birthday. Wishing baby testimony a happy birthday. This is sad, my people. This is very sad. And I wish if we can come together as a people. And you expect me to do it alone. How can I do this alone? I need you people more than I need anyone else. I need all of us to come in unity and stand together. If we want to find this baby testimony, if we want to find this missing child, I need all of you Nigerians in your numbers to come together and come with a solution, not just talking, and come with a practical solution of how to move from A, B, C, D to E. Or we expect prophets to do it. I'm only in South Africa. And you still feel the need maybe to hold me accountable. For the past, this whole year, I've been on this case. And people come and go. People have been coming and going. And in this time, we need more people again to support this case. But this case is not going to end tomorrow. The court case was almost ending, and Jeremiah Omoto for fame did what he did. This coming 2 days, they are starting the case all over again. And you know why they're doing that? They just want to frustrate this woman with court appearances. Every month, she's going for a court appearance. For the past year, she's been going for a court appearance every month. If it was you, could you still be standing strong and fighting, or you could have given up by now? If it was you, my people, my sisters, my brothers, could you still be fighting, or you could have given up by now? They want Ruth Matthew to spend the rest of her life going to court on a very petty case like this of defamation of character. And she's been going, this coming week she's going. On the 21st, she's going to court again. She's the one defending herself. And you, my Nigerian people, what do we have to do about this? What can we do about this? You tell me. We are in this together, aren't we? I'm going to open the calling in lines so that I can hear your contributions before we conclude. And it's Christmas. Okay, let me make a request. It's Christmas. I know most of you are enjoying your lives wherever you are. I know you are gathering with your families. You are having reunions and stuff. That's beautiful. And, That's wonderful. But in your celebrations, I have a request. I know most of you have gone out of your way during this whole period of this case. You have done all that you can, and you have shown your relentless support. And I just want you to also remember about this woman and her family, Ruth Matthew, and her remaining 3 children. They need you, my people. They're not going to have a Christmas. They have more important things to focus on. And can we be their support? Can we send them anything that you can? I'm going to put Ruth Matthews' account details here. This will only benefit if you are Nigerian and if you have anything that you can, support her with. Just bring a smile. Okay, for Baby Testimony's birthday again, which has just passed. And I know you people, you are very generous people. And this is Ruth Matthews' account details. Please, if you can, if you may. This has been my request. Every time I come to request for anything, for any financial support, it will be going to Sister Ruth Matthew. And I myself, I don't really have much, and alone I can't do much without good loving people like you. And this is our sister, and I think I've adopted her as a sister. Her children have become part of my family as well, and we're not going to leave her along the way, and we're not going to give up on her. She even said it in the voice recording that she appealed to most of you, my people, that please do not leave me. If you leave her, you would have thrown her in a lion's den. Jeremiah Omoto for Fame and his team, they will finish her. They will devour her. They will break her. For the sake of Baby Testimony, and I don't know the cause for this contribution, but simply because it's Christmas, she doesn't have everything she needs. Some things are missing, some things are lacking, and we can only do what we can do. And us coming together and me making this appeal, I will only be hoping that we can assist her in every way that we can. So if you are from Nigeria, and if you're Nigerian and you're watching me and you have a way to contribute towards Sister Ruth Matthew, this is her account number, and anything that you can contribute towards it can go a long way. We are entering a new season. I'm not going to be the one to come here to be asking you people to support it all the time. I only do it once a while. So if you can, that can go a long way, even in the payment of hair fees that are coming up for the children, in buying some stuffs for Christmas, and another thing that might be of importance. So please just find it in your heart to contribute towards the sister. Those are her details. And I'm going to open the calling in line to people that still have some few things to say. That's the WhatsApp calling number, as you can see at the bottom of the screen. Please do call in and let me hear what you have to say before we wrap up, before we conclude, because the World Cup is finished and we're about to start engaging on matters that really matter. I greet you, caller. You can go ahead.
Hello, Professor.
How are you, brother?
Please, I want to beg you for one thing.
Yes.
You see, we are all following you, and there is nothing that is God cannot do. Like what you have said, we have put in this case into the God's hand, because man propose, God disposes. So the issue of the advocates, the lawyers in Nigeria, you see, this is one of the reasons why anywhere in the whole world, and I'm sorry to say, Nigerians, they are not well regarded in terms of sincerity. Because if all those lawyers that you are saying, they came out to attract money, but when the money is not, as long as they are not seeing the money as they thought it's going to be, so they started carrying themselves, not really scared of whosoever, Jeremiah or whatsoever, they are not scared. They were in for money. But when they couldn't have the money as they want, so they started discharging themselves because they are not because they hardly help. They hardly help. So that is for that. In case of contribution, I will try my best. If possible, I can send you the details after payment. So let you want to have. So for that. So that just the little thing because I wept and I cried when I saw the clip of Matthew just now. So anyway, the testimony is I know one day, as you said, we are going to find him. It might take time, but we're going to find him. But the only thing I want to say, all these pastors and the NGO, you see, whatsoever that is not good in the eyes of men is not also good in the eyes of God. In the judgment day, at the last day, we will see how things do to happen. How if those people can enter into the kingdom of God. Because if you call yourself a pastor, a man of God, you are treating such people like that woman, like just like that, treating her like that. Because of money, just taking what belongs to her forcefully and also threatening her every here and there. So, but my brother, I think it's a high time that Nigeria should wake up. You that is in South Africa, you're in South Africa, you are trying to open the eyes of those people that have been in bondage for long. Instead of them to at least a kind of mass support. Okay, let us gang up and take this matter up. So the people will be in the corner saying, okay, if they know where the baby's testimony are, why would they prove it? Okay, now she sold the child or she exchanged because she could not take care of the child, she gave it out to somebody. Okay, since that you have such information, why not bring it to the public domain? So that now I just did that after finding the testimony, then responsible will go in for it. So I think that was better if they say no, they are saying. That's what I'm saying. Those are just the a way to just kind of supporting the GO, not to find the truth. So but I believe those that are supporting Jeremiah for this kind of havoc, I believe one day their son will also got missing. That is my prayer for them, and it's going to happen. Because you always you reap what you sow, or I mean you sow what you reap. I think so. So I believe it's going to happen. That is the law of karma. Those days, in those days, the law of karma is as you are doing it now, as you are committing crime now, the result is the reward is following you. It's not as before. You say later, no, not later, immediately. So those people that are involved in this case, in fact, very soon, the whole their ears will be open. So that's my contribution, my brother.
No, I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you so much. And if you do manage to send Sister Ruth Matthew something, please do send me a copy as well.
I do. I said that before.
Okay.
I do.
Okay. Thank you, my brother.
So,
God bless you. Thank you so much.
Let me just okay, all right.
Okay. No, I appreciate you, my people. Thank you so much, my brother, for your contribution. And anyone who has managed, or to my beloved followers, who are going to send Sister Ruth Matthew her birthday gift and any form of support, please kindly also forward me a screenshot of the very same contribution. I greet you, caller. You can go ahead. Hello, my sister.
Hello. I've been so emotional when I heard, although I've listened to it on your page, but I just listened to it again. Like, I'm so emotional right now. I just have a message for Ruth Matthew. To you, Ruth Matthew, I pray, and I'm so hopeful that you find your child. I pray, and I'm hopeful you find a child. To every woman out there that have a womb, that is a mother, or that wants to be a mother, or even though you don't want to be a mother, but you're a woman You have a womb. You get your menses. You are a female. How can you listen to this woman looking for her child and not be moved and not say, let's help her? You castigate her. All Nigerian bloggers, they've cast her, they've said nonsense, they've said everything. Let's admit she's even at fault. Let's say she even sold her child. A woman sold her child, okay. No, she said, I want my child back. How about that? Give her a child. Give it to her. This woman is disabled. She's crying for a child. And you people come out and cast her. Oh my God. Like, come on. Where's our hearts? Where's our, let's do it for humanity. Let's do it for the black race. Let's do it for the African child. Let's do it for a Nigerian. Let's do it. She's a disabled woman. She cannot even help herself. She cries every day. Do you know the trauma she passed through every day? You cursed her. The whole blame is going to Ruth. It's not even saying, nobody's mentioning Jeremiah or how the child got missing. Everybody is Ruth. Okay, it's Ruth. How about the child? Can we get the child at least? Okay, she sold the child. Let's bring it. Now you that bought the child. You bring it. That's okay. Ruth sold it to me. But okay, now she's crying for the child. Okay, take your child. Pay me back my money. How about that? Nobody's talking about that. Everybody is saying, oh, she saw. She knows. Come on. How can a woman sell her child and be crying for her child for how many years? She went to Brekete. A disabled woman goes everywhere looking for a child, and you people still come and blame her and say she knows where the child is. What power does Ruth have like that? What is their ability to find somebody like Jeremiah like that? And they've not brought her proof to counter her. Okay, fine. If let's say she even did it, as I've repeated it over and over. Bring the child now. This is simple as ABC. Bring the child and say, okay, she sold it to me. Or she said, okay, take this child. I cannot take care of all the child. Then you people curse this woman. You did everything. And most women are the ones doing this. Oh my God. It's not fair to humanity. It's not fair to that woman. Her heart is broken. We're all mothers, or we are aspiring mothers. It's not fair. It's not right. It's not godly. It's not. Let's help this woman. Let's help her. Somebody, how can your child get missing? 1 year, 2 years, 3. Ow! How do you sleep? I'm a mother. Please, let's forget our errors and help her. Oh my God. I will send my little contributions to her for Christmas. I don't have much. I don't have money. But I'll just give her what I can. This is sad. Oh my God. Bye.
Thank you, my sister. God bless you. Yeah, this is disheartening. This is.
Hello?
I greet you, brother.
Yeah, my brother, Prophet.
How are you today?
No, but you remember there is this YouTube page. I think they call themselves Craziest Ninja something.
Niger Craziest.
Yes.
Yeah.
They once posted Ruth Matthew's account. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And it was that same account that she had issues with or fraud, that she was posting her account online to fraud people. You remember the case?
Yeah, I remember it. But that one was, they did not prove anything around it. I remember.
Because I was thinking, you putting this account online, you would have, that's my opinion. I would have expected you asking anybody that wants to send something to her to reach out to you. You can then give the account to the person instead of putting it online. This is my opinion.
But you see,
I
my
will
brother.
support her with what I have anyway.
Oh,
But I just felt it would have been better for us to request it from you.
Yeah, no, I
than
understand.
putting it.
And I understand you have been one of the major supporters to Sister Ruth Matthew. And when it comes, to these issues, we have people now that I've been hearing, people now that have been going around to say, I send them my details, and they've been sending me, and me and Ruth Matthew, we are cashing out. So when it comes to money, money is very sensitive. So sometimes I prefer the money to just go direct, and all I just need is a confirmation or a screenshot which shows that the money has been paid direct to Ruth. Because I wouldn't want my name to be dragged around and people start saying that I'm asking people privately so that people can send me money privately, and I'll probably channel the funds in ways that I want. But all the people that have ever reached me, I always give them a Nigerian account, which is Ruth Matthew's account. But I understand the point you're making to say,
Profess, you have stand the test of time. Forget about what people will say, but I respect your position anyway. The issue with most Nigerians is that we don't want to be our brother's keeper. You look at the case, I've been reading comments about people mentioning a particular lady's name, like Maureen Badijo, as she bastardized the case of Matthew. She's a mother too. And you look at all these other bloggers, they are all from Nigeria. You are not even from Nigeria. These other bloggers are from Nigeria, like the Damasis and the rest, that were that stood against this case. The woman that was saying that you should apologize, I think she should call back to apologize to you for talking out of point. If like the way you have handled this case of Ruth Matthew, I have been very surprised. As in, what is motivating this young man that is showing so much interest? You are not. What do they mean cashing out? What does that mean? You're not cashing out. What are you cashing out from? If you want to cash out, you know how to turn things, manipulate the case, and make money, but you're not doing that. From what we are seeing, you are doing it sincerely because you really want this child to come out. Nigerians this has always been a problem with us. This has always been a problem with us. There is a young man that is not even in Nigeria taking on this case, has created so much awareness as regards this case. But you people from the same country with this lady are trying to push spanner, destroy the case. There was a few days ago, this lady called them Maureen that you are talking about was talking about this case in a different pattern, as if Profess has planned with Matthew to sell the child.
It's shocking, my brother.
It's just a pathetic story that anything you saw in this world, be you a religious person or not a religious person, anything you saw, you will definitely see. It will come to you. That is a fact. So people should be very careful. Thank you, Professor. Let me allow people to talk.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. You see, what my brother here is saying is there were recent stories when people are saying that me and Ruth Matthew connived together to sell the child. Some things are just so surprising and unbelievable that people can stoop that low to that extent. Brother Kingsley, I greet you.
Yeah, good evening. I greet you, sir.
I greet you.
It's as if you're alive.
Yeah, I'm still on live.
I just want to talk to you privately. I don't know if it is possible.
Privately, like now? You want to talk to me privately now?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Yeah. Okay, sure. Yes, my people, you can go ahead. I can see Ike Waras is already on the call here. Ike Waras.
Say, yeah, hello, Mr. Put Trader.
I greet you, brother.
Greetings, brother.
Greetings to you.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for the time. And I want to say something concerning Maureen Badejo and the people listening to us here. Mm-hmm. Please, the people that sold that narrative to her, people that listen to us, we know whom they are, we know what they are after, and we know where they are going. Okay, so people listening to us here should disregard whatever thing Maureen must have said. And I believe by now that Maureen also must have gotten some links concerning the people that sold that narrative to her. Okay? So anything that she's doing, people should not take it as if that she was just giving a kind of an idea of what was never the truth concerning this whole thing. We know the people that are behind it, and we know where they're coming from, and we know where they are right now, and what they intend to achieve. That was what the best they could do, was to go to Maureen, knowing fully that Maureen and the prophet was not in good time. And Maureen as well didn't even make a proper inquiry before coming on air to dish out those comments and those statements that he was making in her listen. So, and I believe by now she must have done some. So that's the reality concerning this whole thing. So as it stands now, the issue of whether or not Ruth Matthew sold her child. If they say Ruth Matthew sold her child, to who? And in what premises was that? This should be our question. They were telling the narrative to people that Ruth Matthew sold her child, that Prophet S and Ruth Matthew know where the child is. How could it be? Prophet S all the way in South Africa, we know where the child that got missing in 2019. Does everybody in Jamaica's church confirm that truly the child got missing in the church premises? Juliet confirmed it. Man Marcos confirmed it. Even Jeremiah himself confirmed it. All the people around Jeremiah confirmed that true the child got missing in Jeremiah church. Now they are saying that Ruth Matthew sold the child. To who? So if the child was sold to someone, let them provide the person now, instead of saying all this stupid narrative, trying to convince people of what never happened. Okay, if Ruth Matthew said that told someone that I'll give you my child, it may be maybe a kind of out of play, or out of the way you are trying for me. I can give you one of my child to take care of for me. It's very normal. If she said that does not mean that she sold her child. She don't like prophet today. Ruth Matthew can say prophet, look, my brother, if you find the one, I can give it to you to handle for me. It is just very normal. But that does not mean that she showed her child to prophet. So let people stop. People should stop all this stupid narrative they are selling to the gullibles that doesn't think, that still need people to think for them before they can easily use the brains. For goodness sake, we're talking about a child that got missing here, and the mother is there suffering. Nobody to assist, nobody to help. Some people will be cooking some stupid gimmicks somewhere just to destabilize people's effort in this whole thing. Do you know how many millions that have stuck into this issue? And people are just making mockery of it.
I'm seeing a comment here that is saying that you called on Maureen's show and she hung up on you.
Yes, I called. I called, but she never wanted me to. She never allowed me to. She never gave me the chance to talk. Yes, but after her programs, I called. I talked to her almost 1 hour behind the camera. Okay, I talked to Maureen almost 1 hour. We discussed.
And you know what, man? Let me make a point. Let me make a point there. There's only one reason why she would hang up on your call, because she does not want her audience to hear the other side of the story. She wants people to believe that Ruth is wrong.
Exactly. Based on what they told to her, based on the narrative they told to her. But after she ended the program, I called her because she's a sister to me. I respect her so much. She also respects me. Anytime I call, she always give me ear to listen to whatever I have to tell her. And another something to her, I told her, look, sister, verify very well before you allow people to use you. These people are evil. Imagine the same people that sold this narrative to you. They are no doubt they were helping Ruth Matthew, no doubt. But how could it be a day to the day of a Ruth Matthew case? They will know the lawyer, and the lawyer also also accepted to withdraw from a sitting route in this case. How could it be if they really meant well for route? How could they take such decision? I told her all this. I told something to her. Then she not say, "Is this what actually happened?" I said, "Yes." But it felt very well that those people, they are even behind they're even the ones. They're blame behind the reason why we never get to DSS in the first place. Because they said that we should leave this case until by the time we must at least the one in worry we don't adhere to DSS. The one for how long is it going to take us? Who knows? Okay? So I told her every down thing, and I bet by now she must have deep to know the kind of people that are saying that narrative to her. Okay? So people should think with their brains. There's a normal in Abuja that we are saying Orthodox things. We know whom you are. All those Jeremiah boys and the slaves that are transforming to maintain their mutilates with Jeremiah. We know who you stand for. I beg my brother. God will bless your brother. Then on top of the account will be posted on there. I will do something about it, please.
I know, my brother. Thank you so much, my brother. God bless you. That's brother Ike Waras. I know most of you already know Ike Waras by now. So let me just take a few more calls before we wrap up. I don't want to keep you, my people, for too long. I believe this was just a... I greet you, caller.
First, God bless you, my brother. I greet you. May God bless you.
I greet you.
Compliments of the season, brother.
Amen. Compliments to you too.
I already give you comment. I said, what's Maureen? Because I believe Maureen is in love also, like the Risogala. As you did not give them chance, they want to sabotage everything in your hand. That's what I just feel there. That's what I feel. You know, all of this of them to go and fight war, they are falling in love with the master. So that is how it will go. That is how the whole thing will go.
My sister, is it worth it? Is it worth it for them to sabotage the justice for baby testimony simply because they want to punish Prof X? Simply because they want to prove to people that Prof X is not what he claims to be, or to just maybe throw Prof X under the bus at the cost of a child, a missing child?
No. They want that prophet. They will say to the world that the prophet did not know what he's doing. The prophet doesn't even do anything about the child. To make sure that they turn people against prophet, but they did not give the chance to love them.
They are saying prophet is not looking for the child.
Yeah, they say prophet is not looking for the child, that the child is missing. Now she said that Maurice, Muju and Ruth saw the child. If now, for example, it's true, if you did not tell us and Ruth did not tell us, if they know that they saw the child, let them go and confess that person that the Ruth saw the child for. Prove prophet wrong.
What kind of a narrative? To people that really think, to people that have brains or sense, how can they come up with a lame narrative like that? That Prof X and Ruth Matthew sold the child. Me, Prof X, I sold a child with Ruth Matthew in 2019. I started knowing Ruth Matthew a few months ago, this year. So when did I connive with Ruth Matthew to sell the child now?
No, since that is what they claim now. That means they are not getting that Professor and Ruth said the child for. You bring the child with the person to prove Professor wrong. That I have known the person, I have seen the child. Prove Professor wrong now. That is so the child. The problem I got, they just like, they love that all of them. Know that Jeremiah picked all the women to fight to be a soldier. And they later end up falling in love with the master. So all of them are confused. They are getting crazy for the love. That's what I saw there. That's what happened to them. Because all of them, if you see them, they are brokers, they are very confused. The Ogala is going from one platform to another. Any platform that is talking about the testimony, the Ogala will end there. Maureen, the same thing will end there. Yeah, Peter, the same thing. Look at all the women. We don't even profess. We need to ask you questions. We don't even have women in Nigeria anymore. They are all in profess. They want to run a type of profess. All of them are running self-profess.
My sister.
The problem of them now is profess. That's not their problem. Truth is not their problem.
But let's find the baby first, and then maybe Prof X, they can expose Prof X later. They can have
so later you will not know who you are going to accept.
My sister.
After looking for the child, let them bring the child out. So that we will not choose which one you will not get with. Out of all of them. You will not choose one of them. So now you are saying that they saw the child. Now, where is the child? Why is the people bring the child out to prove Prophet wrong, that Prophet did not know his work, he don't live for any other child? And you said the woman is not confused, the woman is saying lies. If you cut on the normal sense, the woman will not be carry everything to say everything that happened that day. She will be confused. She can say 100 things, but the actual point is the child is missing. That is just it.
She can be confused of something today, another tomorrow. And the other thing that the child is missing. Okay, now if she composed herself to talk, they will also tell the mother that if your child really lost, you will not get her to sit down and compose like this. They will not come against her with that. If she compose, they will also come against her. That why did you compose? That your child is not lost. That's why you compose. They will also come like that. Now that she's not composed, they are against her because she said different ways. Now if she compose, they will also come out and say, if your child really missing, you will not compose to say anything. This are Nigeria for you. They are just like, oh, she's going astray.
Yeah, my sister.
That's what
I know you. I know you. If I let you talk, you talk for 2 hours. No, but thank you.
Now we are returning the women to you, Nigerian women to you, because as the thing we're going to pass them to South Africa.
No, it is well, my sister.
That's the problem they have with you.
Thank you for your contribution.
Thank you. God bless you.
God bless you. Yeah, there are many calls that are coming in now. Let me just take. I greet you, caller. You can go ahead.
Hello, I greet the house.
I greet you. Talk to me.
Yeah. All these people, they are talking there. Some of them cannot even post your video on their platform. They are afraid of Jeremiah. They don't want Jeremiah to block their accounts. They cannot even post a single of your video on their platform. But they will come here and be making their mouth. Some of them are stammering. Nobody will understand what they are saying here. That will be stammering, that we talk 10 words. And among inside this 10 words that they are saying, nobody will understand single word. They will come here to come and make mouth. Go to their platform. You will not see any single video of baby testimony on their platform, but they will come here and come and make mouth anyhow. Please let us post Jeremiah Omoto on our platform. Don't come here and become and make mouth and be stammering for nothing. That is what I want to contribute to. Some people are here making mouth. Go to their platform, click on their profile. You will not see any single of your video, Prof X. You are not going to see any single of your video on their platform.
My sister here is saying you are not sharing my videos. Why are you people not sharing my videos?
They are not sharing. Go to their platform, click. This uncle, they are just talk now. Just click on his platform and go to his platform. You will not see your single video on his platform. But he's here now, stammering. I did not even understand single word from him. I did not even understand. They are all afraid of Jeremiah. Why are you people afraid of Jeremiah? Why are you people afraid of Jeremiah?
Exactly. Why are they? Let me address them. I appreciate your contribution.
Okay. Thank you, dear.
Thank you. My sister here is saying, my people, why are you not sharing these videos? Share these videos. Let Jeremiah trend and like as well. Please hit the like button, hit the thumbs up and react. Show some love so that so many people can have access to this information that we are sharing. You know, your contribution and your participation on the platform, it goes a long way in getting the message across to other people, getting the video recommended to other users on these digital platforms. I can see Francis here is saying, please, Prof X, the account number is not clear. I can only see the name. Okay, Francis, what you must do, just take a screenshot. Ne? If you take a screenshot, then you can zoom in. I'm sure you'll be able to see the account number properly if it is not so clear on the screen. So that is it, my people, and I believe there are so many other calls, so many other people that that really feel the need to air in their concerns. But it is what it is, and like I said earlier, we are still fighting. Whilst other people are enjoying life out there, our sister Ruth Matthew is still being moved from left pillar to post by Jeremiah Omoto for fame, and she's appearing in court again on the 21st. And apparently they are starting the case all over again, just so that they can frustrate Ruth Matthew and maybe push her to a point whereby she says, you know what, I can't keep taking a flight every month, because that's what happens. Every month she takes a flight. Every month she goes to court, and all that is, that is money that is working. I saw another video that Jeremiah did bragging that I am a billionaire and you don't have money. We'll see if you will be able to come to court every month. We'll see if you'll be able to be coming to court now and then. But God will provide. I believe God will always send people to come through and fight this battle. And I appreciate everyone that has stood for this woman called Ruth Matthew and for this child called Baby Testimony. I appreciate your support. Your contributions never go unnoticed. Your comments that you put on this platform, your likes, your loves, everything, they never go unnoticed. And I just want to appreciate all of you for remaining steadfast on this case and for committing all your time, your energy, your comments, and your finances to support this woman and to help us find the missing child. All your efforts, all your support will never go unnoticed. So before we conclude, do not forget to subscribe. If you're watching me on Facebook, you might as well subscribe to my YouTube platform, because I normally do videos on YouTube alone and I don't bring them on Facebook. So if you're watching on YouTube and you have not yet subscribed, please kindly subscribe and hit the notification icon on the platform so that whenever I come live, you'll be notified of my presence. So thank you so much for joining me in tonight. And I'm going to check you again on the next episode of the Enlightenment series. Do not forget to subscribe and to like this video or to share it. I love you, my people. We'll catch you again on the next episode. It's Mr. Pull the Trigger. I'm out.